Welcome back, genius. Now they say it's lonely at the top. And as your business grows, your inner circle will get smaller. Now, if you're an introvert, that probably sounds like a dream. Less people to deal with, right? But if you're an extrovert, that sounds like a really great reason to give up. I mean, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Am I right? It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. There's no way for you to know who will make it to your inner circle. But there are things that you can do to build a solid support system along the journey. Not knowing who will make it is just one of those surprises that life just kind of throws at you. So, if you'd like to know about my 3 tips in how to build your support system for your personal life, but that also works in business, subscribe and keep watching. I've been able to build a very solid support system by putting all of my relationships through 3 questions. And I'm going to call it your friend filter. I thought of that name just for this video. Tell me how you like it in the comments, or tell me how you don't like it in the comments. Find me on social media. I would love to hear your feedback. Friend filter, I think it's pretty strong. I don't know. You let me know. So the 3 questions that I ask are, number 1, how does that person or group of people make me feel? Does this person or group of people, do they have integrity? And the last thing that I always think about is, if I had to walk away from this relationship right now, would I be okay with the way that I treated this person or groups of people? If you don't know, I'm an Army brat with 2 immigrant parents living this American life. I was born in Germany and I went to 9 different schools. So that means that I've had a hodgepodge of a bunch of different cultures at a bunch of different times. And 2 things came out of that. Number 1 is that what I see as normal isn't necessarily normal because it is such a mix of so many different things. And the other part of that is that I have to love myself. I have to be okay with who I am, because if I had to change who I am every single time that I engage with a different group of people or person, then I wouldn't recognize myself. I would have changed so many times over the years. And I bring this up, and my advice to you is that you learn yourself and learn to like yourself. And I say that specifically for people who are watching my videos who are women and people who are American or living in Western culture, because I think there's a lot of energy in advertising and, messaging that tells women that they shouldn't feel good about themselves for one reason or the other. You're not tall enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not smart enough, you're not sexy enough. There's a million different things, messages that women get, mostly because people want to sell you something, so they're setting up a problem that doesn't exist so that they can solve it for you. But on the other hand, it's just important for you to be able to recognize those things and to say, this is who I am, and this is what I like about me, and everything's not perfect, and that is completely okay. So first thing, think about how other people make you feel as a person or as in a group of people, because you are not obligated to feel bad about yourself. You're not. You don't have to feel bad all the time. And if you're around people or groups of people who make you feel less than amazing, chuck them, get rid of them, and move on to people who can make you feel appreciated. To me, integrity is about having thick skin in all the right emotional places. So I'm a chatty Cathy. I talk a lot. So in my inner circle, my people know that when they share something with me, I'm going to tell everybody. So if you want me to keep a secret, you really got to tell me. Not because I can, but because my natural nature is to share information. So if there's ever a secret that needs to be kept, you need to let me know. So I'm not talking about someone who can keep a secret or who can't. What I'm talking about is when someone is sharing information with you, or they're giving you criticism, it needs to be actually constructive criticism, and that they're coming from a good place, that they have your best interest at heart. Because one thing I know is that with your support system, you need to be able to turn to them to, number one, give you support, to genuinely care about you doing better in your life, about you being able to live a high performance lifestyle, and for you to be able to really walk in your truth and be able to be the best that you can be. And in order to do that, they have to have integrity, meaning that they wish you well. The other part of that is that they're going to be honest with you, because I mean, wouldn't we all love to be surrounded by people who are going to make us feel amazing no matter what? No matter what, also meaning lying to us when they should be saying to us, you know, you have an area where you need to improve. There's something that you're doing that I don't approve with that you might want to pay closer attention to. Or people who will challenge you and help you to become the better version of yourself. When you're building your support team, your support system, the people around you, think about how their integrity as it relates to helping you to become a better version of yourself. Now, one caveat to that is that we have friends, you know, or we come across people who seem to always have some type of criticism and don't necessarily wish us well. And my hope for you is that you'll start to identify those people and address it right away, because it could be that the person is not aware that they're doing this thing that is making you not feel at your full potential and doesn't make you feel supported. But the other half of that is that they could very well be doing that intentionally. And if they are intentionally bringing you down, criticizing things that you want to pursue, they never have any positive words to say about a new mission or challenge or venture that you're trying to explore, then that's something too. That person may not be with you for the long run. So the other part of that, when it comes to integrity, are people who are encouraging you to do things that you already know aren't good for you. So some examples are, you know, you have a friend who maybe enjoys doing illicit drugs, or they like to speak very negatively, or they're into gossiping, or they're extremely lazy, or, you know, there's a million different ways for us humans to sabotage ourselves and each other. So recognize those things, because when you're trying to become the better version of yourself, there's an endless possibility of things that can keep you from reaching your potential. So recognize those people who are encouraging you to engage in those things that are not helpful to you. Last, all good things come to an end. And this is certainly a lesson that I learned being an Army brat. I've had the opportunity to meet some amazingly fantastic people throughout my life. I mean, some really solid, positive experiences. But at the same time, I had to learn to be okay when things end. You know, for everything there is a season. And it's okay for things to run their course, for friendships to run their course, and for relationships to run their course. But what you want to do as you're ending relationships, or you're ending a friendship, or you're seeing a friendship come to its end, is to be mindful of how you treated that person and how you impacted their life. Because just because someone is an ex-friend doesn't mean that they're your enemy. Right? You don't want a long list of people out there that you used to engage with who hate your guts. That is not success, and that is something that you definitely don't want to do. But to recap, what you want to do is be mindful of the types of people that you have around yourself. How do they make you feel? Are they supportive of you? Are they boosting you up? Are they giving you positive vibes? And then, do those people have integrity? Are they having your best interests at heart? Are they encouraging you to participate in things that you know are not positive, pushing you to do drugs, or to develop really bad habits? Those types of people may not make it to the long haul, and they probably shouldn't be around you. And the last thing is to be okay when things run their course, and to make sure that, at least on your end, that you've done everything that you can do to make sure that the relationship ended on a positive note. That when that person looks back on their life and their experience with you, they'll have good things to say. Because again, just because someone is in your inner circle for the duration of your entire life doesn't mean that it wasn't a great relationship. or that they aren't a part of your larger support system. I can't tell you how many times as I'm growing my business that I've been able to get referrals or been able to get positive results from people that I forgot I even knew, or people that I know very well but I don't see them every day, who are speaking positively about me and about their experience with me. So the first part of, or not the first part, but something important about building a support system is thinking about who you are providing support to, because all relationships, good or bad, are two-sided. So it's not only about what people are giving to you and how they are feeding and nurturing into your life, but how are you making opportunity for other people? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information useful. It's a little bit different from what I usually talk about on my channel. If you do like something like this, and you can put it in the comments, find me on social media. I'd love to know if you're enjoying this type of content. We'll connect again then, genius. Thank you so much for being here. Go forth and flourish.